I am the river flowing, I am the desert dry, I am the four winds blowing, I am the sunset, I am the sunset sky, I am the forest breathing, I am the ocean wide, I am the storm clouds gathering, I am the mountain high. I am the earth. I am the earth. I am the earth. I am the
Environmental education is by far one of the most rewarding concepts to teach young children. It is crucial that educators model their own genuine love for all life on our planet and display a gentle, positive spirit that guides children to become naturalists. Naturalists believe in observing, appreciating, and respecting the innate forms of art within an environment. Naturalism is the precision art within an environment. Naturalism is the precision and love of learning and caring for the world. And educators help their students understand and become environmental and learning enthusiasts simply by modeling respect for all things and people, plus developing positive cultural opportunities that children latch onto. In order to create developmentally appropriate lessons for young children, educators are to seek inspiration and knowledge from the NAEYC standards and the North American Association for Environmental Education, the NAAEE. Teachers may also refer to the International Journal of Early Childhood Environmental Education. Both the NAEYC and the NAAEE have standards that meet the developmental needs of children while also providing benchmarks in physical and environmental development. Through appropriate practices and observation. Developing environmental education in children is best with hands-on approach. According to John Dewey and Piaget, children learn best when they are provided meaningful experiences through observation. Learning about recycling is one of the optimal ways young children will develop a love for the earth by physically taking care of it. Guiding young children and providing them with information may seem overwhelming, as environmental education is a large subject learned throughout the year, but truly it is now. When an educator begins a recycling lesson, children must first explore nooks and crannies of the environment around them. Below, you will see children exploring what creatures live along the grass, the leaves, and a teachable moment where the children found a slug while walking back from the playground. Providing appropriate and organized areas for children to explore the natural world, even indoors, is a perfect way to help children learn about environmental issues. Once the students have had several experiences with exploration and nature, they are ready to learn about recycling, recognizing the recycle symbol, being responsible for cleaning and conserving resources in the earth, discussing where the garbage goes, how it is transported, and how we can reduce the amount of trash going into landfills of the planet, guiding them to find and sort different recyclable items, and composting those items teaches them moral responsibility and citizenship.
Hello, my name is Nicolas, but you can call me Nico. I worked in an orange section with Lena. My part was background knowledge, as well as giving a moment to pause and reflect. I feel that as educators, it is important to give children the time to share what they already know, as well as giving them an opportunity to share ways they think that we are harming the environment. I feel in this way, teachers can strengthen what they already know, as well as teach them valuable lessons that they should be able to comprehend, and it should be age appropriate. Using a poster board will help give children a visual of the topics that we will be studying and further exploring. Teachers should also include what we already know and give examples for the children to think about. Allowing them to reflect will give them an opportunity to brainstorm and find ways that they think that they can improve the environment. I feel that as educators, we should use what we know about the area that we live in, children the importance of keeping the beach clean. We can take field trips to the beach. Children can help clean it up. During these field trips, teachers can teach why and how pollution affects the environment, the planet, the animals that live in it, affects the environment, the planet, the animals that live in it, and ways that maybe we can get others to help recycle and clean up. Also, teachers can teach children what is recyclable and what is not. This will give and what is not. This will give children a chance to see and be able to use this knowledge at home when recycling and throwing their trash away. Teachers can make recycling fun. Their children can shoot their recyclables and use it as a basket. Other ways to make it fun, children can use them to build projects. They can use them for cars, bring them outdoors, or whatever they want to use their imaginations for. And hopefully through all these lessons, the children will take what they know, and maybe it will transition to home life. Say the parents aren't recycling, maybe the child can teach parents the importance of recycling, and maybe they will develop the habit of recycling. Also, speaking of habits, as children are young, getting them to start the habit of recycling and taking care of the planet at a young age will hopefully help them as they grow, so that they will use this knowledge to help better and continue. And as they get older, hopefully through their travels and once they start developing jobs, hopefully they can use their knowledge and teach others, and hopefully it will spread so that maybe one day everyone can recycle and take care of our planet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and yeah, have a good day.
Recycling. Paper and glass can all easily be plastic is found in many everyday items such as pens, pencils, bottles, toys, and packaging. Metal is the easiest to recycle. It's used in many different things like cans, cars, pet cages, buildings, and pipes. Paper, most commonly recycled, majorly reduces air pollution, also reduces water pollution and saves trees. Glass can be recycled many different times in many different ways, similar to metal. Facts. Recycling saves space in landfills. Landfills can pollute the environment and hurt wildlife. Ways to recycle is composting. Composting vegetable scraps, paper, rain barrels. Collecting rain in rain barrels and using it to water the yard can save a lot of water. Gray water, household wastewater. Reduce. Take shorter showers. Don't leave the sink running. Give things away rather than throwing them away. Reuse. Glass jars, tin cans can be reused as containers for many different things. Old notebooks that aren't filled can be reused. And substitutes. Reusable bags for grocery shopping instead of new bags every time. Nicole read a book called Sam Helps Recycle by Judith Bauer Stamper, which is a book about a dog named Abel who helps his family learn how to recycle. Sam the dog explains where everything goes and what they do. Then Nicole did a project with the children about recycling. The children separated paper, plastic, and metal items so that they can become responsible citizens for our future.
For one of my enhancements, home living, we included children can learn how to wash and hang wet clothing instead of using the washer and dryer. This teaches them how to conserve. Children can use is having water in a bin, having a soapy water bin, having a bin that children can wring the water out of the clothing, and have clothespins where the children can hang the wet clothes to dry. Another addition to the home living section was to add recycling bins to the home living. This way, children can bring in their own recyclable items from home and incorporate them in their own home living at school. This teaches children how to separate the plastic, paper, and aluminum. Materials you can add into the station are sorting bins for the children to separate. Be sure that they are, and children can just bring in their own items. You can also incorporate items that they use throughout the school day when they eat lunch that they can also incorporate into those bins. Another station that can involve enhancements is the art station. In this station, children can learn how to create their own self-portrait allows children to see a very different way of creating art using different materials. Materials the teacher can include in the station are collage paper, paper straps, tin foil, old magazine papers, newspaper, and cardboard pieces. Children can also use buttons and anything that they find at home or on their playground. Another enhancement that can be involved in the art station is creating a paper towel tree. With this paper towel tree, children can use the toilet paper roll and paint it brown or any color they decide to make their tree. They can use shredded paper, buttons, any ones that they find outside to incorporate on this tree. Materials that the teacher can provide for the children are old paper towel rolls or old toilet paper rolls, shredded paper, and paint. This allows children to be as creative as they can be and find things to incorporate to make their own artwork. Another enhancement to the art station can be creating toilet paper people. Children can use toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls to create their own friend or a person they can include in their home living station. Materials the teacher can provide: leaves, sticks, tissue paper, and the children can incorporate any recycled material that they found. Another art project that can be involved in the art station is a bottle cap collage. The children can collect bottle caps from home, school, or anywhere they choose and bring it to school to make a collage. Materials that are needed are bottle caps, glue, paper, or canvas. Another station that can be enhanced is the Science Center. Children can learn how to plant vegetables or plant regular plants to include in their outside playground or to incorporate in their science station. Materials that the teacher can provide are paper cups, soil, seeds, and water. After the plants grow big enough in their science stations, teachers can teach the children how to transfer the plants into their outside playground. This will allow children to be interested in creating more plants with their teachers or their friends. Another enhancement to the science station is having children go around their playground to collect trash. After doing so, the children can bring the trash into the classroom and put the dirty trash in a jar. And over time, they will see how the trash changes the water to clear, to brown, to really black. This teaches children the importance of not throwing trash on their planet and recycling it instead. Materials that the teacher can provide or have the children to incorporate are their trash, provide jars and water. Another station that a teacher can enhance is the block station. The children can build block structures with paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls to create a structure that they would like. The children can also incorporate their toilet paper or paper towel people that they use. Materials that the teacher or the children can provide are toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, and their toilet paper or paper towel people that they created in art. In the block station, the teacher or children can also incorporate egg cartons to make structures. They can build buildings, and they can also use their paper towel or toilet paper people that they created in the art station to play with on these structures.
My portion of the project was big questions to investigate. One big question: what does it mean to recycle? Recycling is taking everyday items that we have already used to make new items. More questions to investigate. What does this symbol mean? When you see the symbol on an item, it simply means that this item can be recycled and reused. How can you recycle? There are many ways to recycle. How can you recycle? There are many ways to recycle. When purchasing an item, always look for the green recycle symbol. You can set up a system in your home or classroom to sort out items recyclable. Why do we recycle? We recycle for our future, to conserve energy, save landfills, and reduce pollution. It is important to recycle to protect our earth. Make a difference, recycle, conserve natural resources, save landfill spaces and energy, reduce water and air pollution. What are landfills? A landfill is a place where we place our garbage, the ground, in which trash is isolated from the environment around it. Groundwater, air, rain. Completing the isolation process begins with a bottom liner and a daily covering of soil. A sanitary landfill uses a clay liner to isolate the trash from the environment. A municipal solid waste landfill uses synthetic liner to isolate the trash from the environment. The purpose of the landfill is to bury the trash in such a way that it will be isolated from groundwater, kept dry so it will not be in contact with air. Under these conditions, trash will not decompose much. Compost pile, where the purpose is to bury trash in such a way that it will decompose quickly. By recycling, you're helping the earth. Can you find items in the classroom that are recyclable? Do not forget to look for the green recyclable symbol. How can you sort out recyclable materials? Plastic, paper, cans, and glass. It is important to recycle paper products, plastic bottles and jugs, glass bottles and jars, cartons, metals. If you're ever wondering if anything is recyclable or not, don't forget to look for the green recyclable symbol. Don't forget to look for the green recyclable symbol.
As we come to the end of the Recycle Study Unit, the children will have a celebration of learning. A celebration of learning provides children the opportunity to display what they have learned. The children will display what they have learned for this unit by performing the following activities. Children will make compost items that children and families bring from home. Compost is decaying organic matter, often made from leaves and vegetable scraps. Compost is rich in soil they made. Each child will choose a vegetable seed to plant and explain why those were chosen. This promotes social interaction with adults and their peers. Children will pick vegetables from plants they grew, and children will make vegetables from plants they grew. And children will make vegetable soup and invite parents to join. Then they will bring canned vegetables from home to gather at school to donate to the community. This allows children to give to those in need and interact with those around them.
Hi, this is Composting and Recycling. Here are some resources that will help a teacher engage their students. First book that I liked was called Garbage Helper. It's a compost story about two sisters and their experiences on maintaining and the compost pile together, learning to work together, and all children will need to learn this in a classroom of how to work together in any project, either by themselves, with one friend, or with two or more. The next book that I liked was called Mini Beasts in the Compost Heap. It's about looking at the infrastructure of the breakdown of the compost pile using or having insects, grubs, and worms. Learning that, it brings us to the third final book called Soil Basics, where they're going to be learning some new vocabulary words. Some of the vocabulary words that they will be learning will be clay, dirt, earth, ground, humus, layers, mud, roots, seed, setak, silt, sod, and maybe adding a new vocabulary term, but they really didn't understand them. And you ask, what are worms? Well, the worms are animals. They are invertebrates, which means that they do not have a backbone like you or I do. Worms breathe through their skin. They do not have eyes, but they are sensitive to light and dark and vibrations. They burrow through the soil, eating and digesting the dirt along with organic matter such as old leaves. This helps keep the soil healthy and rich so that plants can grow. Bringing to that, finally, understanding what the vocabulary words are, wonderful ways to build children's literacy skills. Introducing them to a new word will help them build a strong foundation of the subject, compost and recycling, and engage them to become better speakers, to advocate soil issues, and communicate confidently of future environmental issues.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Drahota. I'm going to talk a little bit about our letters to families about our study of taking care of the earth and recycling. The children recently have expressed an interest in trash and recycling, so we'll be taking that topic and exploring it and other ways to take care of the earth. We feel that this topic is both pertinent to daily lives, but also can be very fun. In order to get things going, though, we will need some of your help. We're asking if you could bring in some of your dry, clean recyclables, such as cardboard boxes, paper towel rolls, milk jugs, 2-liter bottles, and any seeds that could be used for planting, such as fruit or vegetable. One thing we do ask, no glass, styrofoam, or sharp cans, as we want the children to be able to use the materials freely and safely. We will be using these materials to do activities which promote skills in all areas of learning, to include math, science, language, literature, and possibly some cooking and art. We also encourage you to talk about ways to conserve at home. Some items that you could do are donate items to charities. Collect rainwater and use it for watering indoor or outdoor plants. You could start using a recycling bin in your home or a compost bin. As always, we thank you so much for your support for our program and for the children. We also invite you to celebrate all that we have learned during the study at the end of our course. Thank you very much.
Growing, you are the place we live. We are the seed you're sowing. We are the life you give. We are the future rising. We will be your voice. Future rising. We will be your voice. We will watch and learn from you. We will make the choice. I am the eye. Now I am the eye. This moment in time, we
Environmental education is by far one of the